It was as though the whole of Hollywood came to a standstill when Nicolette Sheridan accused her producer of assault and battery. This shocking revelation was followed by her exit from the show Desperate Housewives. This video reveals the real reason why Nicolette Sheridan was removed from Desperate Housewives. The years before becoming Eddie Britt, the Admiral Hollywood star started pursuing her career at a young age. She had a knack for posing for pictures, and she loved fashion as a teenager. It wasn't long before she was able to merge all her unique skills into a modeling portfolio. The beautiful star was already on the cover of magazines like Vogue in the early 1980s. She was known to be a bold and fierce model, whose pictures captivated the readers of famous magazines at the time. From frequenting the pages of Cosmopolitan to appearing on TV, Nicolette was truly the it girl. The mid-1980s came with a newfound interest in acting for her. She leveraged the influence she had garnered over the years and transitioned smoothly into the movie industry. Starting with a role in the short-lived soap opera Paper Dolls, Nicolette began to grow her experience in the movie industry. She learned all she needed to know about acting quickly, and before she knew it, she was winning roles in prominent soap operas. She easily stood out from other actresses in the 1980s and 90s because she wasn't trying to be like her colleagues. She focused her energy on improving the skills she had already, and her roles were proof that she was constantly evolving. After appearing in several movies like Time to Heal, Dead Husbands, Virus, and several sitcoms, movie creator Mark Cherry came knocking on her door. He chose her to play the role of Eddie Britt in Desperate Housewives, Nicolette Sheridan in Desperate Housewives. When the creators of the comedy-drama sitcom called Nicolette Sheridan answered, she was given one of the show's major characters, and she was more than ready to become Eddie Britt in the show's upcoming seasons. From the first scene she appeared in, Nicolette played her role as well as she could. She blended well with other characters in the series and built a solid relationship with them. Along with other cast members, she poured her heart into the show and ensured that it was a huge success. There was every indication that she was going to keep on playing her role in the coming seasons, which is why most of the viewers of the show were shocked when she suddenly announced her departure from the show in February 2009. The real reason she was kicked out of Desperate Housewives. After appearing in 4 seasons of Desperate Housewives and bringing her character to life, Nicolette Sheridan announced that she was leaving Desperate Housewives for good. She was undoubtedly one of the best actresses on the show for several years, and no one expected her to leave so soon. Following the news of her departure from the show, people began to ask why she left the show. The revelations that followed these questions were so shocking. In an interview, Nicolette Sheridan revealed the events that led up to her exit from the show. She claimed that the creator of the show, Mark Cherry, stuck her on the head, and when she complained about the altercation, he fired her from the show. In her words, "I was the victim of assault and battery on the set of Desperate Housewives by the creator of the show, Mark Cherry. I reported him and was retaliated against for doing so and fired. That is against the law." Nicolette didn't give details about the exact day that she was hit by Mark Cherry, but it was clear that she was traumatized by her boss's actions. She had allegedly become a victim of battery and assaulted by her boss, and she wasn't going to suffer in silence. She decided to report him to movie executives of the show who were higher in authority than Mark Cherry was. She claimed that he kicked her out of the show for reporting him, and there was nothing she could do about it. Even though she lost her role in a show that contributed to the rapid success of her career, she didn't regret speaking up. She realized that if she kept quiet and endured, she may have been assaulted by him again. There was no clear evidence of the claims she made against Mark Cherry for the public to see, but she got the support of her fans during that period. It all happened very quickly as she went from being one of the leading actresses in a long-running show to an actress who was kicked out of the show. Most of her fans who liked her character in Desperate Housewives were looking out for her final scene in the show. In April 2009, an episode was released where Nicolette's character, Eddie Britt, was involved in a car accident. Her car crashed into a telephone pole, leading to her death. That was how her character was killed in the show. Despite all the revelations that Nicolette had made about the creator of the show, Mark Cherry, he denied all the allegations made against him. He said her character was killed in the 5th season because there was no more male characters for her to be sexually involved with, and there was a need to reduce the show's budget. He also claimed that he didn't hit her but only tapped her on the head with his fingers when he was trying to describe how she should act in a particular scene. However, Nicolette was determined to tell her side of the story and get justice. The first thing she did after she was killed from the show was to file a $20 million lawsuit against Mark Cherry and ABC television. The high legal battle. In 2010, Nicolette took legal actions against Mark Cherry. She alleged that she was terminated wrongfully. She also claimed assault, gender violence based on sexual orientation, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. During the legal battle, she also claimed that he allegedly abused other cast members and writers on the show. Following these allegations, ABC Network carried out an internal investigation to confirm if all that she said was true. However, all the cast members denied ever being abused by Mark Cherry. In fact, they pledged their support for their producer, Mark Cherry, during the legal battle. During the legal battle, the media was actively covering the activities surrounding the court case. During that period, the Me Too movement, which is a social movement against sexual harassment and repeat culture, strongly supported her. Some people believed her claims, while others did not. Many people applauded her decision to take legal action because it was very rare to see an actor or actress who was so bold enough to drag a television network to court. But even in the midst of it all, no one really knew what transpired between her and Mark Cherry because he was saying one thing and she was saying another. In May 2011, a judge granted permission for the case to be taken to trial, but a judge later dismissed the battery charge that she made against Mark Cherry. The charge was dismissed because there was no evidence to prove that her claims were true. The comeback. Nicolette Sheridan now. After several years of legal entanglements with Mark Cherry and the ABC network, Nicolette decided to resume acting. She auditioned for several roles in movies and also started making moves to produce her own movies. In 2010, she starred in her first Hallmark Channel film, Ireland. She later produced and starred in another Hallmark film, The Christmas Present. Her career continued to grow steadily, but she didn't show interest in playing a role in a series again. She was focused on producing her own movies at the time, and it seemed like she wasn't over what she experienced on The Desperate Housewives. In 2017, she finally accepted a TV role when she was selected to play the role of Alex Carrington in Dynasty. Her career has improved greatly since then. So which facts about Nicolette Sheridan caught your interest the most? Let us know in the comments section below and check out the next video in this series.